Recovery is a process of decisions podcast. This podcast is a weekly revealing of the recovery journey of peer support specialist Trent Thomas. Join him on his internal research-driven dive into what to and what not to do in sustaining recovery. His weekly episodes demonstrate that you are not alone, and what we can't do alone, we can do together. This life is hills and valleys, but we were built for struggle. These weekly episodes are a journey into his life lessons as he fulfills his daily mandate to help someone other than himself. Welcome to Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. Welcome to the Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. This is Trent Thomas, your recovery peer support specialist. This week's episode is entitled, What Help Looks Like in Recovery. Submission is mandatory in recovery. Before help can be applied, one must submit to the need for help. Help is defined as making it easier for someone to do something by offering one services and resources. There is no obligation or mandate to help anyone. It is in fact an offering of compassion and love by the person offering the help. There is no right to receive help. Often when addressing the disease of addiction, we meet those who, because of the selfish nature of the disease, demand or feel there's an obligation to receive help. These individuals submit to using as many people as possible to meet their addictive compulsions. There's a slogan that states, as an addict, you live off the streets. This slogan points to being aware of every free offering available in a community as part of the addictive nature to use and manipulate those they come in contact with. Help is not an obligation. It is an opportunity to help yourself while helping someone other than yourself. You cannot fix anyone except yourself. One must always be cognizant that we are not God, and most often we need to get out of God's way so God can do what God does. Propping up or enabling an addict is more destructive than constructive. Help requires submission. Needing help is not the same as asking for help. Often those in need of help do not want help and have not reached a point of submission in their recovery process. Help in recovery should take the form of telling or showing someone how to help themselves. The key here is who is actually doing the work. Help is consensual. Help requires a request to receive help, then one must submit being in need of help and ready and willing to receive it. Only when the greatness of the pain to stay the same outweighs the pain to change will change actually happen. Pain causes change. Great pain causes greater change. In recovery, the consequences of bad decisions are not enough to inspire better decisions. Knowing a drug can kill you is not reason enough to not do the drug. Losing your job, family, self-respect, your home, your car, your friends is not enough to single-handedly inspire someone to stop making bad decisions. It becomes the cumulative effect of all the bad decisions with the reoccurring and repetitive episodes of extreme pain, much like hitting your head on the wall over and over again, can have a life-changing effect eventually. Even with the adjunct of excruciating pain, it takes a moment of sanity from a power other than ourselves. This power must also be greater than us because it has to overpower our inward desire and premonition to be addicts and deceive ourselves into premature death. The disease of addiction wants us dead. The power to overcome this disease must be all powerful to defeat this inward mind controlling, self deceiving disease. A disease that tricks us into seeking the premature death causing drink and drugs that we actively seek and crave. A craving that is greater than food and water. A never satisfying desire to drink and drug ourselves to early death. Yes, this power must be greater than ourselves in order to save ourselves from ourselves. A power I call God. You can call it whatever you want. The fact is, you did not save yourself. This moment of sanity is the recognition that stems from an understanding that we need help. The kind of help we cannot get from anyone or anything other than a power greater than ourselves. This moment is the initiation of recovery. It is my belief that recovery is God initiated and God sustained. It takes the same power to wake us each new day and present a new opportunity to just do better. Doing better is our only mission. We cannot change our past or predict our future. We can only make the next right decision each new day. Better decisions yield better results, less consequences, and more rewards. As we all are under a universal mandate that states we all suffer consequences for bad decisions and reap rewards for good decisions. The end result for continuing to make one bad decision after another is that the consequences get more and more severe until they conclude with not being able to make any decisions at all, or in other words, death. The rewards we get for making good or correct decisions is like doing a good job at work. If you work well, you can come back tomorrow and do it again. After a week, you will receive payment for a job well done. If you don't do well on a job, then you will not be invited back again, and the assignment or job comes to an end. Such is the opportunity we get each day to make the next right decision. A new opportunity to just do better. Better today than yesterday. Requesting help is mandatory in recovery. Help requires submission and following instructions. Learning what to and what not to do is the steps of recovery. Recovery remains a process of decisions, one day at a time, one next decision at a time. This is Trent Thomas on another episode of Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. You can now subscribe to this podcast and receive special in-depth episodes for subscribers only, as well as a private personal email account to communicate directly with me for comments and show suggestions. In addition, I'll be doing podcast shout-outs to all those subscribers who request shout-outs. As always, your inspiring comments can be left at transnetrecover.com/podcast. Please feel free to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, #TransNetRecover. Thank you and have a blessed day.